I'm just want to know before we get into the elementary, junior high school phase, that's coming up.
Mhm.
But I wanted to know, once you decided that you wanted to detach yourself from that religion due to reasons, this is like a multi-part question. For one, did you have that conversation with them? And two, how did that conversation go as far as you wanting to lead the faith, and what their feelings were and what their feelings are now? Like, can you kind of give us a rundown of that?
I knew since I was 15. I still had to.
Right.
My parents were like, "Well, if you're going to be living in this house, you have to pretty much abide by our
Not
rules."
by the rules.
They did that with all three of us, so that's why we all moved out before the age of 20. I moved out at the age of 19, and
Where
that's
did you
where
go?
I got an apartment. I moved into an apartment or whatever. It's not like they kicked me out. It's just I wanted
Right.
to do my
You
own
make that
thing.
decision. Hmm.
So at the time, I was working at the post office, and that's where I met my son's mother.
Mm.
We ended up getting married after she got pregnant. So um, if and then that didn't work out for about after 5 years. Um, and let's see. I didn't really tell my parents anything about. They knew about me not wanting to be part of the religion, but I didn't tell them anything about me being
Oh, at that time.
LGBTQ
Okay.
until I was like graduating from college at
Oh,
31.
you waited. Oh, okay.
Because after I was divorced, they were like, "Well, when are you gonna?" So at the graduation, after my graduation at my house, they were asking me when I was gonna get married again, and I said, "I'm not getting married
Oh.
again." I said,
Hmm.
"I don't date women anymore." My mom
Okay,
was
so
like,
now that we, I'm sorry to cut you off, Eli, because now that we hear, I'm going to just kind of go in depth with this a little further as far as you being married and having a struggle with that. Because I mean, before we get to that part, as far as your ex-wife and your son goes, what I want to know is, when did you know? Because I know you people, when they in when they're in that community, they know, like they
"When I
know.
knew that I was gay, when I was
Yes.
five, I was
Well,
5 years
that's
old."
what I see. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. But
But
I could. Okay, can let me
you
let
could
me
say
ask you. Yeah.
you could say don't. There's nothing to be. I'm not embarrassed or anything, but at the time, it's because of how I was brought up. I
Yeah.
knew,
Right.
I knew you cannot be gay. You cannot do this because that
Right. It was all
you're
sin. It's still
all
sinful now. All it's the sin of all sins. So yeah, I
right.
get it. So
So,
yeah. So
but I
okay. I'm
know
sorry.
how they cut people off. You see all
Yes.
these kids out there committing suicide or doing this, and
Mm-hmm.
they're cut off from their family. I didn't want this, so it's like I had to try to brush everything under the rug and live to be somebody else that wasn't me.
Yeah.
And then
Right.
and now as I got older, I said, you know what? I'm gonna live my life. I'm not living my life for them. My parents lived their life. I'm living mine. I'm not
True.
going to try to live for someone else. So, but I tried to be respectful and
Yes.
try to do. So I did my thing,
Right, it's all about strategy too, because what I wanted to find out though, before we get into the marriage part, I want to find out, like, what was it like for you knowing who you were at that time at such an early age, and had to suppress all of that, and not only you had to be, pleasing to your parents, having to, work through the religion that you really didn't want to be in at that time, having to suppress those feelings and to suppress those desires, and then you ended up marrying a woman that I know at the time that's something that you didn't have the desire to do, but you saying that she was pregnant out. That was that the main reason why you married her? Like,
that was the main reason because
okay.
actually when she got pregnant, we were like kind of like already broken up. But we were, I guess, she wanted to try to mend things. One thing led to another, and that's what happened. But
Yeah,
it's a lesson
y'all got to
learned,
mending.
huh?
Y'all got to mending.
I mean, yeah, I was trying to get my own place. I was trying to find myself, but it
But let me
had.
go into the suppression. Like, how was you? How what was it? How did it feel? Like, what was it like suppressing those
I mean,
desires
I
and
was
feelings?
just trying to
Yeah.
date other girls, like other females. Of course, like I said, I was dating my son's mother. I dated someone before her. Like when I first was in college, I was dating someone, but she ended up wanting to date somebody else as well. She wanted like both of us, and I didn't want that. So
Okay.
so that's when I started dating my son's mother. And we dated for about a year. Like I said, I was working a lot. I went to college, so I suppressed a lot of that by staying busy. going to school and working and just staying busy.
So yeah, so let me ask you, Eli, how does
Mhm.
the lady pawn feel? How
A
does it
what?
feel to be?
A lady pawn.
Yeah, how's it feel to be in a lady pawn?
A lady pawn. I mean,
I
what do
mean, just be honest. At that time, I mean, I know that you was, you
it
know,
was it was
going.
it
I know you're
was
going through the motions, but
it was okay. It was good. I mean, I know this is going to last. So
was
I
it
have to be careful.
soft? Was it wet? Was it nice and warm?
It was
You know,
good.
it was good.
I
Yeah.
had my yeah. I mean, yeah.
Uh
It was. I yeah.
huh.
I was,
He's trying. Oh, God bless your heart, Eli. You try real hard. You ain't gotta look. You ain't look. Just let it out. You try so hard.
I mean, at the time, I enjoyed it. Um, yeah, but I like where I'm at right
Wait,
now.
wait,
I'm
wait,
in,
yeah,
I'm in
you
a
more.
very good place. I'm in a very
Yes.
good place. I don't want to hurt anyone anymore because I didn't mean for any of that. That none of that was intentional. I ended up hurting myself. So I was just trying to find myself, and I was in a very vulnerable state at the time that she
Yes.
was
Yes.
impregnated,
Mm-hmm.
and it happened. So I just if I can be if anyone can learn from my story, then hey, I didn't intend to talk about this. I thought we were talking about massage all the so, but since you put it out, I don't mind sharing it because
Uh.
it definitely will help someone out there
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
everyone deserves to be happy, and when I saw them at my son's wedding, I actually gave her a hug, and I'm glad that she's happy with her new husband. My
Nice.
son is married to his
Yes.
wife, beautiful wife, and I have my grandson now. He's 6, he'll be
Oh, you have
7 in February. So
a grandson.
all of this everything happens for a reason. A
Yes. Oh,
beautiful
that's
family as a
wonderful.
result
Yeah.
of everything that I was trying to fight.
Yeah. Oh, I
Everything. So
love
I
it.
feel I have no regrets whatsoever. None.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry that I meant to because I always ask like if anything you feel comfortable, you could always just
I
let me
would tell
know.
you. Trust me, I would tell you, but no.
Okay, good, good. Yeah, let me know. Yeah, but I thank you for sharing. I appreciate that because, like you said, it does, and it's helpful for me. It's helpful
No
for me
problem. No
too.
problem.
Because I've have known men in those situations where they married women and they had children, and sometimes I think that that's was the intention overall because they wanted to have kids and they wanted to have it the natural way, so that can happen as well. So,
Right.
I know that's not the case for you, but I'm just saying, that can happen also. So, but I'm so glad that everyone is doing well. So, thank you for that update.
Absolutely.
you
You're
know,
welcome.
yeah. So now let's go and transition into the elementary and junior high school phase because,
Okay.
again, I love to hear about these stories because we don't talk about them too much. We don't talk about the pivotal time during that phase in your life, during elementary school and junior high school, where we're going through puberty, we have acne, we are struggling with our existence, trying to figure ourselves out. We're humping in the staircase. We're, having that. There's pizza parties. There's, I don't know whether you was a shy kid or a popular kid. Did you join any clubs at that time? And I know that's when you transitioned from the faith as well, because that's during that time, to elementary, junior high school. You were
Mhm.
still in that religion that you're trying to figure that out, and you're still suppressing your gayness and all that stuff. So I want to know. I want to get into that
So,
phase in your life.
like I know you mentioned elementary school. I remember this one incident where we were not supposed to be doing like holiday parties or anything like that in elementary
Right,
school. I
right.
got in trouble for decorating the Christmas tree. There was I I felt so bad. When I went home, I told my parents I decorated the Christmas tree in the classroom with an ornament, and I was like, I'm not going to get in trouble or what, but I was like, let me go ahead and tell them. So that's how much I was kind of like really, and it was ingrained in me. You
Yeah,
cannot do this, you
yeah.
cannot do that. I
You
couldn't
got in
do
trouble for that?
like
I mean,
Halloween parties that we have to leave early. I couldn't decorate. I couldn't dress up in costumes.
right, right.
Yeah, I just couldn't participate in any of that. But as far as the religion is concerned, they still try to have their own little, I guess, events or parties to make us feel better. I guess included, as far as the
Right.
religion is concerned,
Consolations.
because we couldn't do it at school, with everybody outside. of the religion. So they tried to do their own thing with kids and stuff like that. But it is what it is. Elementary, that was elementary school. I dealt with some bullying, I guess, name
Mm,
calling, teasing. They
mm.
say, let some of that sugar out your tank, this and that, because I guess I was a
Ah,
little too sweet for
mm,
whatever. There's
mm.
everybody has their femininity,
Yes,
masculinity, femininity. You're not nobody's 100% anything.
true.
Um, but I'm still a man today. High
Hmm.
school, I went to high
What,
school, went
but don't skip junior high school, Eli.
junior high. I did 2 years. Was it 2 years of high school? Junior high, seventh and eighth grade. Seventh and eighth grade, I did junior high. Then I went to high school in ninth grade. Junior high
Okay.
wasn't bad. Actually, junior high was fun. That was at Kennedy. Kennedy Junior High. That was fun. I did learn a couple foreign languages, Spanish and
Oh,
French.
love it. I love it.
Yeah, I was in honors English. I was a pretty
Oh,
much of a nerd.
okay.
I was
I
into my
love that.
books. I was a
Okay.
bookworm. I didn't really do I didn't do any sports. We weren't allowed to do sports because that's
Right, because
considered
right.
competition. So no competition. In high school,
What high
I
school did you go
I
to?
took I went to vocational school, BCIT, Burlington County Institute of Technology. It's in West Hampton. It used to be called Vocational Technical School, VOTEC. But I took computer data processing. That was my study program. And yeah, I graduated top 10% of my class. Like I said, I was a nerd.
Nice.
I
Nice.
tried to date girls. I tried to flirt a little bit, but it just didn't work. I remember this one guy that I shared my locker with. I had a crush on him. Woo, I had a
Mm-hmm.
crush on him. I don't want to say his name, but Aisha, I know you know who I'm talking about.
Let me
Yes,
find out. Were you sniffing some of his like his jacket? Were you sniffing? You was like,
yes, yes, yes. And he used to cut my hair. Oh my goodness, it was
oh, cutting the hair. Oh, that's intimate.
yeah,
Oh.
yes, yes.
Mm.
But I had fun. I had fun. Oh, high school, the prom. We got in trouble. I got in trouble for going to the prom because I
Oh
lied.
yeah.
I lied and
Mm.
told my parents, said that I was going to the beach with one of my homeboys. And my parents found out that I went to the prom because my mom's coworker was showing her
Oh,
pictures. She was showing her
oh
pictures
wow.
of her daughter at the prom, and me and my friend was in the picture.
And then right there.
We
Oh
were
my
in the,
goodness.
like, wait a minute,
Sloppy,
isn't that
sloppy.
isn't that my so it is what it is.
Like, no, he didn't. Yeah. So what happened? Did you get punished or like what? What?
Yeah, the religion, they kind of like, it was just crazy. They read us off. They acted like we did something so wrong, like it was so sinful that
Yeah,
we had
yeah.
to make a scene. It was just, yeah. In a nutshell, we got in trouble
You
for
got
it.
it. Right.
But